while we're riding around, that is if we don't get killed in the traffic, because we're in 5 o'clock traffic now and the highways are packed. And my daughter is driving, so that'll be fun. And you're going to get to hear the GPS in the background too.
The congratulatory few beeps.
Yes, ding ding, good job, way to go. Wanted to share something with you that has kind of come to fruition. Well, it came to fruition yesterday in our mailbox. About several months ago, we got this letter from this feller, Michael D. Daly, professional landman. I don't believe I've ever interacted with a professional landman before in my life, but he's telling me he's a landman and representing an oil and gas company. Per conversation with my oldest brother, he enclosed a copy of a document, and this document is a ratification of oil and gas lease with separate tract clause. I have no idea what any of that stuff says, but my friend Scott Skelton does, and he looked at it and he said I needed to sign it. So this is this doohickey here, and I signed one just like it and sent it back, and that was a while back. See, this is a copy. That's what that big stamp says right there, is copy. But my daughter's about to hit this CRV right in front of us. Anyway, but the neat thing about it was I was looking back in it. I can remember when I was a little kid, my parents, we were taking a ride in the country, which such people used to do back in the 60s with our spare time. And I was riding around in the back seat and I'd listen, because it was kind of like they didn't think anybody was there. You know, it's kind of like when you're adults and your kids are in the back seat and they'll talk about everything if you just keep your mouth shut. Well, your parents do the same thing if you're riding in the back seat. So anyway, they were talking about some such land that actually belonged to my mom's family, and the family, once their grandmother or mother or whatever had passed away, they didn't want to keep it because it wasn't worth a whole lot. It was cheap farmland that couldn't grow anything, and they were in a place where they just wanted to unload it because they didn't want to pay the taxes on it. And it's 30.46 acres, it says right here, and all those people's names that are in that top paragraph, my parents are in there. Christine Williamson Anderson and Doc A. Anderson, they're on there. And so anyway, I think, I can't even remember, they sold this thing for next to nothing, if not nothing. But there's the signature page, and you can see on there, I'm not sure how fuzzy this gets, if it can zoom right or not, but Willie Andrew Williamson, Margaret Williamson, Lucille Williamson Anderson, Charles H. Anderson, Christine Williamson Anderson, that's my mom, Doc A. Anderson, and those two sets of Andersons were not kin, believe it or not. The sisters were, but the two men weren't kin, but that's kind of funny that two Andersons married Williamsons, and they weren't brothers or cousins or anything. And then Ruby Hensley and Tips Hensley. So those people signed this contract to sell this land for like nothing. And but then my parents had passed away, and so here we are, several years after the passing of my dad. My mom's been dead over 10 years, and I get this in the mail with the signatures on. It's kind of cool seeing my parents' signature on there anyway. But the other neat thing is, came in the mail yesterday from the Southern Bay Operating LLC. I don't know if you can see that or not, because that looks kind of shaky and fuzzy too. Was a check. Now don't get excited, I'm not going out and buying me a Lincoln or anything, but still it was, you can see that on there.
Texas 183.
It's not going to focus for me, I guess. I can't make it zoom in right on it. But still, we should be getting checks kind of like this every month. This is actually about 2 months worth because the first check didn't get sent out because all the paperwork wasn't in. But the first check wasn't a full check either. So, is it going to make me wealthy? No. Is it going to change my life? Not radically, but still, considering the situation that's gone on with where I work, where I've had a cut in pay, and they've eliminated all my bonuses, which that's pretty much been the equivalent of a reduction of about 28% of my income. It's just kind of funny how God seems to find ways to bless me, and I'm not always worried about the financial end, because that's not my primary concern, is the financial blessings in my life. But yet, it still seems that God finds a way to make things happen to keep me healthy in ways that I can't even comprehend what happened. This just showed up out of the blue. I mean, I didn't even know that we had mineral rights to this property, and then to have something like this happen over the last few months, and to generate a little extra income to help with the bills and the cut and pay and everything else is just awesome. So thought I'd share that little piece with you. I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm a gas man, by the way. It's not an oil lease, it's a gas lease. And so anyway, here I am in the petrochemical industry.
Yay, natural gases.
Hannah will see none of this money. She's got to get all her money from someplace else to go to TCU. Anyway, thought it was cool, thought I'd share it. Y'all have a great day. Take care.